Hello, cellos. I really wanted to have a chance to talk with everybody who's going to play this part 6 because it's one I wrote just so everybody can be part of this. In orchestra, sometimes we would call these festival parts. They'd be parts so that anybody who wasn't up to the tech level of the whole rest of the ensemble could still be part of the play. So in this song, no left hand at all. It's all either open D or open A. So if you can play it on a violin, viola, arhu, cello, anything that has an open D string and an open A string. Now I do this one with the bow, but you can pluck if you haven't learned how to use the bow yet. That's fine too. There's one place just before letter D where I say switch to plucking for pizzicato at letter D. So if you're already just plucking, that's fine. You can keep plucking. Otherwise, if you have to go from holding it to play arco to play pizzicato, there's a technique to roll the bow up into the palm of your hand and then reach around to be able to pluck the strings. So you're holding the bow in your hand, but you're still reaching around to pluck. Because you go right back to bowing again in measure 65. So we only play the plucking for 8 measures total. 4 measures of plucking and 4 measures of resting. And then you go back to putting it in regular bowing. So that's something you might need to practice, or if you need to drop out a couple measures before D to get ready to pluck, that's fine too. Only the upper 3 parts are going to be plucking, so only half of the group is going to be plucking at letter D. And so we'll be plucking along with them. Now, in the regular piece, there's also, at letter G to the end, we start playing longer notes. That hollow note with a dot after it, it's a dotted half note. It equals 3 quarter notes. So everything else where we were playing 1, 2, 3, 4, now we're playing it one long note. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like that. And of course, the one that's a whole note, that's just a circle with no stems on it at all, the last 2 notes that you play, you just hold for the whole 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you see a number with a big black bar underneath it, that means it's that many times of measures you rest, like 2. And then you would play, if we start on that very last line, we're going to, at 116, the very last line of this music, rest, 2, 3, 4, play, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, another measure, rest, 2, 3, 4, then play, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then rest for the last 7 measures. Other people will be playing whole notes, but we stop. And measure, the cello 5 people stop too. Now, going back, we're going to look at some of the rhythms. The first rhythm, this is just the basic rhythm you're going to be playing a lot. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That rhythm is going to be the same. Those 2 measures are the same on the D string and on the A string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 8th notes, when it has the 2 notes connected together, they're like 2 halves of 1 quarter note. So all of those times that you're going through, the 8th notes are twice as fast as the regular quarter notes. So that when you're hearing the clicking in the track, what's going click, those are quarter notes. 8th notes are going to be twice as fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4. And it's that rhythm all the way from the beginning, letter A, letter B, letter B is the first time it's going to change a little bit. It's like at first it's the same, but then it has, instead of just waiting for 3, 4, letter B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that's a little bit different from the A, from the beginning. Letter C, now we're doing a few more eighth notes. Now it's going to be 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. So that rhythm, it's only a couple measures, then it goes back to like the A rhythm. And then we switch and do the plucking at letter D, where it's just quarter notes. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 4. And then you go back to bowing again, and we're still just doing quarter notes. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And it goes back again to with eighth notes. Watch out for when it changes at 73. There's 1. It's back to that first rhythm. And it stays that rhythm for the rest of that section. And letter E, it stays in that rhythm at first. But when you look at letter F, now it's going to change one more time. At letter F, instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest, 3, 4, now it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. But we have to go, that's the rhythm, but we also have to change strings. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, 4. Rhythm is going to happen 3 times. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 3, 4, and 3, and 3. I'm sorry, the numbers are. Let me try that again. So the rhythm at letter F is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, 4. And it does that rhythm 3 times. But then the 2 measures before G, it's going to be all and. So it's go 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. You may need to practice that. That's going to be with everybody. So letter 2 measures before letter G, it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then at letter G, we have the nice long 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can do them all down bow. You can do them down bow and up bow. That's not a problem. I didn't write any dynamics on this part because it's going to be kind of mezzo forte, just okay middle volume the whole time. So have fun. And shall we try and play it all through together once? All right. Now remember, 1, you can put your left hand on the instrument or anywhere you want. We're going to hear 2 measures of clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, play. And then we start. So is everybody ready? and they're done. You can just sit quietly for those last 7 measures, or look down, or look at the camera, but you stop playing before the other people stop playing. So don't be surprised if that happens. That's supposed to happen. Have fun!